Hi! Today I'm making sadza, the staple food of Zimbabwe. Only two ingredients are required: water and mealie meal. I begin with 1 cup of mealie meal, then I pour a cup of cold water. Using a wooden cooking stick, I stir the mixture into a smooth paste, making sure that all the mealie meal absorbs water. I switch on the stove to high and pour in about 1.5 liters of boiling water. I consistently stir my pot, waiting for it to thicken and simmer. It takes a few minutes to thicken. You should not stop stirring because the mealie meal would settle at the bottom of the pot. If you fall into any problems with the sadza thickening too quickly, or if it becomes lumpy, you can use a whisk. But my sadza seems to be doing quite well. It is smooth and slowly thickening. I am just waiting for the foamy bubbles to begin. Finally, the sadza begins to foam. If you have followed my measurements, don't worry so much if it begins to simmer whilst watery. The water evaporates and the sadza thickens further whilst covered. I allow the sadza to simmer for 10 minutes. I'm really wary of splattering sadza. I was burnt about 2 weeks before. This is one of the several burn marks on my hands and arms. After 10 minutes, some of the water evaporated and the sadza is simmering thicker than before. I use a heaped cup of mealie meal and slowly fold it into the pot. The dry mealie meal has to be evenly distributed through the wet mixture. Sadza is basically a thick porridge. Some people think it looks like mashed potatoes, but don't be deceived. This is healthier, and if your sadza looks like mashed potatoes, you didn't cook it right. At this time, if the spirit moves you, you can add cheese, salt, sugar, butter, peanut butter, margarine, or herbs. But I'm having my sadza the good old-fashioned way. I love the bland taste. It encourages me to add ample flavor to the accompanying dishes. Sadza is cooked well once the dry mealie meal is evenly incorporated and all the lumps are gone. It's thick but not heavy, sticks to the cooking stick, and has a slow dropping consistency. It is essential that all lumps are removed. Lumpy sadza is unappetizing. When the mixture looks right, you don't want to play with it for too long. The expression is that the sadza gets tired. So at this point, I close my pot and let it rest on very low heat for about 5 minutes while I get ready to serve it. The one thing that I don't like about sadza is the dirty stove caused by the splattering of the boiling sadza. It's so annoying to clean, and so is the pot. After letting it rest, some water might be sitting around the edges of the pot. I fold the water back in and serve my sadza. Good sadza stays steaming hot for quite a while. For the aesthetics of the plate, wait for the sadza to cool, wet the wooden stick, then flip the sadza. It holds its shape well. And then there's the pot to deal with. It's always fun to scrape the bottom of the pot and eat the hardened but crunchy sadza. After this, soak the pot in water for easy cleaning later. I loved my sadza with sour milk. Check out my other videos where I create a 3-course meal with sadza as my heroine.